Hi, we are back for another episode with more tips on how to style the things in your closet. So today we are talking about
something really fun.
Yay! Okay, we are tackling the subject of pattern mixing. This was a big issue for guys when we were styling them.
Yes.
And like dealing with the jackets and the ties and the shirts and like.
And I'll be honest, I was really intimidated by this, and this is still maybe not my strongest point. So just a little bit of open honesty there. Even stylists have their things that they're not the best at, but we really did learn how to kind of go about this the safe way. Even if it's something that you are a little intimidated by, kind of going by a couple of rules will really keep you in check and allow you to have some fun.
Yeah, and it's a great way just to kind of play around with the stuff in your closet and update it a little without having to buy a ton of new stuff.
Exactly.
So it's just a little bit of a different way to think about the things that are already there.
Yeah.
So the basics of pattern mixing. You always need a bold pattern and a subtle pattern.
Yeah.
And the colors in both of those patterns have to be somewhat similar.
Yeah. Or go well together at least.
Yes. So a very simple example, actually, is what Elise and I have on. So you could pair a bold pattern with a subtle pattern, but the colors are all in the same family. You have black and white, obviously some other colors too, but generally the colors are very similar.
And also too, if you do like a bold, very colorful pattern, something like a black and white or like a tan and black or something that has those neutral colors, you're pretty much always safe. So yes, they may not be exactly in the pants or whatever she has on, but it's going to go because it's a neutral. So that's another easy way to think about it.
Yeah. And also it's another like easy way to start mixing stuff is picking a more like subtle linear pattern or even just more geometric pattern. So thinking like your stripes or a polka dot, pairing those with a bolder floral or more abstract print, that's a really, really easy way to get started. And that's stuff that most people usually have a lot of in their closet, especially if you start with something like a black and white or just something very neutral. It can be really easy to start playing around with those different pieces.
Speaking on the bold patterns, something that's larger in size can be more bold. And then something more subtle, obviously, can be literally just something that is a smaller pattern, something very, very tiny. There's a lot of clothing items that'll have a print all over it, but it's very, very small. So it doesn't really matter what it is. It's just a matter of what catches your eye first. That's your bold. What is a little bit more downplayed, you only see closer up, that's going to be more subtle. And it also can be colors too. So the brighter, more loud color, again, is your bold. The more subtle, neutral, that's going to be more of your subtle tone to pair with it.
This is actually something that I think people get very intimidated by, but it's actually really, really fun once you start to pair things together and just see kind of what looks good. And that's also something you can easily do just like laying your clothes out on the bed and just kind of comparing like what patterns and what colors look good together.
And you'll have twice as many outfits in your wardrobe once you start mixing patterns that you didn't know that you had.
Right? Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.
Happy pattern mixing!
So, the basics of pattern mixing. You always need a
bold.
Is it bold? Dominant. You always need a dominant pattern and a
submissive. Little 50 Shades of Grey action.
Anyway, go ahead.
Happy pattern mixing!
Wow, that was aggressive.
Too many kids shows. Can you find the missing ball?
No.
And then the little ball just pops up around the corner.
Like, where'd Jackie go? Dun dun dun. That was super lame.